developed a love for nature and the outdoors, and which eventually grew into a passion. I would call myself a student of fly fishing. You know, a student is someone who is constantly learning and participating and developing a knowledge for a subject. I started fly fishing about 3 years ago. My dad just gave me his old fly rod and pretty much sent me on my way. Told me to learn the sport and learn to love it. But it's an addiction. It's just one of those things. I feel like an addiction is something that you're dependent on, and if you don't get your fix, really, that in a way you do have withdrawals. And I can honestly say that I do. I don't ever actually designate a time. It's very rarely that I set like a date or a time for a trip. It's just kind of like on the fly, really, no pun intended. With working and school, it really at some point it becomes frustrating because I would like to ideally spend, all my time in the water if I could, but that's just implausible. All right, so it's a beautiful spring day in Boone, North Carolina, and it says on the car that it's 80 degrees. I don't believe that. It's probably like 75, but either way, warm outside, shirts off, chicks in bikinis. It's a nice day, so there's no guarantee that anywhere we go won't be super crowded. It's all about finding a place where there's not so many people in the water that it scares off the fish. So a lot of the times, like I said, you have to venture out into wild places where, that might be someone's private land, especially out here in the Appalachian Mountains. It's sometimes you might get yourself into some kind of sketchy situations as far as, some of the backwoods mountain men go. The guy that owns the campground across the creek is like super paranoid about it, and I've been run off and had the cops caught on me here before, so I'm going to attempt to run over and have a little chat with him. How you doing? My name is Jared Thompson. David Matthews. A lot of people, they like to throw out the no trespassing card, whether it be signs on the tree or they'll actually physically come out there and have like a confrontation with you about it. And it drives me absolutely insane. Their favorite line is, "I'll call the game warden." Okay. All right, I just didn't want to be trespassing, to get in any trouble.
Appreciate you asking.
Like I said, can I speak to the gentleman that owns this property here? And he said, "You're looking at him." And he said, "I got pretty drunk last night myself. In fact, I got a pretty bad hangover right now." I spent a lot of time and money, traveling and buying all the gear and stuff, but I feel like I've gotten to a point right now where I've just kind of balanced out as far as, because I don't have to buy my own flies anymore, I make my own. This one right here is called an assassin. It's probably my favorite fly. I've got the most amount and the largest fish on this fly right here. It all depends on the time of year and what waters you're fishing, really, as to what fly selection you should choose. Yeah, I've met him before. I mean, even though sometimes it's somewhat of an inconvenience, I mean, it's really a true testament to what fly fishing is. You know, sometimes you just have wild cards like that guy just come up. I mean, most of the time they mean well and they're real friendly, but I'd probably say 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be just some crazy old man out there talking about God knows what. Just super wild. And I mean, they'll come out there drunk, no teeth. I mean, that is fishing in the Appalachian Mountains. Well, growing up in a law enforcement family, I was always kind of drawn to law enforcement. I always knew that that was something I wanted to be involved in. I just never really knew what aspect of it. And it wasn't until later on in life that I realized that I could combine business with pleasure, if you will, and that I could still be involved in law enforcement as well as be involved in nature and the outdoors through protecting and enforcing wildlife laws. You just have to be out there ensuring that the things that I love and so many other people love doing, like hunting and fishing, aren't being exploited and taken advantage of. You know, I just feel like if you really love something, you should want to protect that. I've told myself before, if all else fails with work and college and a career, that I'll just probably move out to Montana or Alaska or somewhere and just, you know, dedicate my life to fly fishing. I don't think fly fishing is something you just do like part of your life when you're young or when you're older. It's something that once you develop the love or passion for it, it sticks with you for life. And I can't wait till the day whenever I can teach it to my son and or daughter. I feel like it's something that can be shared with, you know, friends, family, and it's definitely worth being passed on. It's something that I'm going to do until I'm too old to walk.